Guys, it's time to get our SIGs up for friend of the program, Kurt Signetti, who joined this week. If you missed it, go watch our show on Wednesday. Ralph Russo also on that show. The Hoosiers, a 6.5-point favorite in football, we should remind you, against Nebraska, over-under of 50.5 in this game. I'm really excited for this game. I love watching Indiana. I didn't really know what to make of them. I kind of shrugged them off. And then I remember I was in Nebraska watching them play Western Illinois, and they were scoring at will. And I was like, this is interesting. I kind of thought it would be kind of ugly. It's a first year. And then I thought the next week, I was like, they're going to go give UCLA the business. And they did exactly that. They have been dominant. They have not played good teams. Nebraska is the best team that they are going to play. I think ultimately, you look at this Nebraska defense, they've only faced one offense in the top 50 nationally in yards per play, and that's Purdue, who has kind of only recently turned it on and just fired their OC. Indiana's fifth. This is a tough test, and if they win this game, I have a lot of sympathy for places. Auburn jumps out to me. There's a few others where you're just hearing patience. It takes time. And then you look at Indiana, and then you're like, well, does it? In the portal era, does it? He brought over 13 guys from JMU, and they're rolling. Does it take time? And then if they win, I also have to feel nervous for Indiana on trying to keep our guy Sig Nasty. But either way, I like Indiana here. I like them to get the job done. I just think I don't know that they're a Big Ten title contender, but I think they're really good. And I don't think a lot of this is self-inflated. You can point to the schedule, but what do good teams do? They beat the heck out of bad teams. Dame, are you where are you feeling on this game, and what's your dogfight in this one?
I like Indiana in this game, and part of the reason, maybe the biggest reason, is because of my dog of the day and Curtis Rourke. I mean, he has been an incredible quarterback for Indiana this year, and when I look at him, what stands out to me the most is he just always makes the right decision. And I'm not saying that in terms of he doesn't turn the ball over. He's perfect on the field. But when the ball needs to come out quick, it comes out quick. Whenever he needs to look and scan the field and hit the big play, he does that. Whenever he needs to take off and run, he always it's like he's always doing what the moment, what the circumstance calls for. And you can't always find that. And I look at a guy like Dylan Raiola on the other side of the ball, which is such an interesting quarterback matchup to me. But he's a younger guy that's got all the talent, that's got all the intangibles, the big arm, the talent. But he doesn't make every routine, every scheduled play. Sometimes he's looking for the deep ball when he should have just hit the check down. Maybe he could have scrambled for 2 or 3, but he just throws it out of bounds. So to me, Curtis is just that veteran quarterback that knows what play needs to be made at the right time. And he always stays in a rhythm. And I think that that's what helps him be so efficient throughout the game. And obviously that's what gives Indiana such a great chance and has them 5th in the country in total offense this year. But like I said, I am really excited about this quarterback matchup because on the opposite, like I said, Dylan Raiola, he is that young, super exciting gunslinger. So this is going to be a matchup of that veteran, smart, savvy guy that knows how to play the game the right way versus the young quarterback who's super exciting, who has all the talent in the world. It's going to be a great matchup, and I'm looking forward to seeing it.
The internet dropping a. How do you feel about the Pat Apartments nickname from our guy?
Listen, I mean, he looks like him. He plays like him. I mean, I ain't mad at it. I like the kid, and I like the cosplay too because it seems like. Sometimes when you see guys who model after somebody else, and you can tell, like, I think you're doing this on purpose. And they're like, nah, I'm my own guy. Like, I don't know. He just happens to be like me. But it seems like Raul is just like,
it's too much. I mean, it's too much. Whatever. It's too much for me.
Our Mitch Sherman, by the way, wrote a whole story about that, about the comparisons and talked to the QB coach and stuff like that. So go check that out. That is good. Big Curtis Rourke fan here at Indiana. He was MAC Player of the Year. I watched him at Ohio. Younger brother of Nathan Rourke. They're both Canadians, so it's really working out there.
Hey,
my question with Indiana though, they haven't played a team with a winning record. Their best win is Maryland. They're 114th in Sagarin strength of schedule. That doesn't mean you're not good. It just means that just need to see a bit more. And I think the next 2 weeks will tell us everything about Indiana.
Yes,
you got Nebraska at home. You got Washington at home. You win those 2 games. You're in the Big Ten race because there's only 4 games left at that point. And they don't play Penn State. They don't play Oregon. Their remaining games would be Michigan State, Michigan at home, Ohio State, Purdue. Like, if they win these next 2 games, you're looking at possibly an 8-1 Big Ten record there. And then you're right there in the championship mix. So I'm a believer in Indiana. I think they're a really good team. I'm picking them to win and cover the 6.5 they're laying in this game. Yeah, keep an eye out. We may be talking more than 9-win Indiana. Like, we may be going even bigger than that.
Maybe it feels like Indiana is the new TCU.